Stop right there. Do not buy a streaming device today. Seriously, keep your wallet in your pocket. What if I told you Apple is secretly sitting on finished hardware that completely redefines the living room? We are talking about a box that doesn't just play movies, but actually operates as a full gaming console, the ultimate smart home brain, and the most aggressive piece of entertainment tech they have ever built. For months, everyone assumed the Apple TV was dead in the water. Expected dates came and went, and Cupertino stayed completely silent. But Mark Gurman just broke the silence with a massive leak, and honestly, I'm still processing it. The next Apple TV is apparently finished. It has been finished for months. Employees are literally using it right now inside Apple Park. So why exactly is Apple hiding it from us? What is the holdup? Today we are breaking down everything about this upcoming beast, which we are calling the Apple TV Ultra. By the end of this, you will know exactly when it is dropping, the massive price dilemma we are about to face, and the one sneaky feature that might force you to buy it even if you already have a high-end smart television. Let us get right into the supply chain realities because the leaks are getting crazy. Mark Gurman made it clear that the hardware is locked in. We're not talking about some early prototype stage or a CAD file floating around. The box is ready. But Ming-Chi Kuo recently chimed in on the supply chain side, hinting that Apple has been aggressively hoarding chips. Why? Because they are waiting for the software to catch up. Specifically, they are waiting for the new Siri and Apple Intelligence features to be perfectly stable before they ship this hardware to the masses. They want this thing to launch alongside a major software overhaul, likely tying into their 2026 operating system cycle. But that begs the question, if they are holding finished hardware for months, they aren't just sitting on a tiny processor bump. You don't delay a basic streaming stick for half a year just for a minor Siri update. They are building an entire ecosystem hub. Makotakara recently published some whispers from accessory makers suggesting a completely redesigned Siri Remote is also in the works. We will get to that in a minute because the remote is desperately overdue for a fix. And if you look at reports from the LEC, there's heavy chatter about Apple securing specific OLED panels for a separate display-based home hub that is supposed to launch right next to this new Apple TV. They are building a full home lineup. So what is actually powering the Apple TV Ultra? DG Times has been tracking TSMC 3nm yields, and earlier rumors pointed straight to the A17 Pro chip. That is the exact same silicon inside the iPhone 15 Pro. Putting that inside a wall-powered box with zero battery constraints means they can push the clock speeds without the aggressive thermal throttling you get on a phone. But honestly, I'll believe it when I see it. Because Apple has dragged their feet so long on this release, they might actually pivot and throw an A18 or even an M-series chip in there to future-proof the Apple Intelligence processing. Shrimp Apple Pro hinted a while back that the internal redesign of their home devices is totally focused on localized machine learning. They want Siri to process your commands on the device instantly without pinging a server. Imagine walking into your living room. The TV turns on because your Apple Watch proximity triggered it. Siri immediately throws your calendar on the screen, shows your front door camera feed, and dims the lights automatically. You ask it to find that one movie where the guy loses his memory, and it actually understands the context. That requires serious silicon. Not just a basic chip, but a neural engine powerhouse. Now I have to ask you guys right now. Drop a comment below. If Apple calls this the Apple TV Ultra and gives it serious gaming power, what is the absolute maximum price you would pay? Hit me with a number in the comments right now. $199? $249? $299? Let me know. I genuinely want to read your limits on the Apple tax. Speaking of gaming, this is where it gets highly controversial. An A17 Pro, or better, means hardware-accelerated ray tracing. It means console-level graphics on your television. Apple already has Apple Arcade, but let's be real, it is mostly casual games. If they want to push the Apple TV Ultra as a legitimate gaming console, they need massive AAA titles. They need to convince developers that optimizing for tvOS is worth the effort. The hardware supports PlayStation and Xbox controllers natively. The seamless integration with your AirPods and HomePods for spatial audio is already there. The foundation is solid. But do you actually trust Apple to build a real gaming library? They have tried and failed so many times. I am super skeptical, but if they finally crack the code, this box could completely cannibalize budget consoles. Connectivity is another massive upgrade. We are expecting the new N1 wireless chip, bringing Wi-Fi 7, Bluetooth 6, and Thread support. Ross Young has often talked about display bandwidth requirements, but for a home hub, wireless bandwidth is just as critical. You don't necessarily need Wi-Fi 7 to stream a 4K movie on Netflix. A basic connection handles that fine. But if this box is acting as the brain for dozens of Matter accessories, streaming multiple high-res security cameras simultaneously, and syncing perfectly with your daily driver iPhone, you need rock-solid, ultra-fast local networking. That is what Wi-Fi 7 delivers. Less latency, massive bandwidth, and zero stutter when your smart home gets complicated. Let us talk about that remote for a second, because it drives me insane. The current Siri Remote is okay, but it slips between the couch cushions and practically vanishes into the void. Rumors from Mac Otakara suggest we might see integration with the Find My network natively. Finally, putting a tiny speaker in the remote so you can ping it from your iPhone seems like the most obvious Apple feature ever, yet we are still waiting for it. Maybe they add backlighting. Maybe they tweak the ergonomics. But whatever they do, they need to keep the physical buttons. Touch controls on a TV remote are just a nightmare. So when are we actually getting this thing? And how much is it going to hurt our wallets? The strongest release window right now points to fall 2026, September or October. A September Apple event makes a lot of sense because they can bundle the announcement with the massive iPhone and iOS hype cycle. They love showing off how the whole Apple ecosystem talks to each other. If it slips till October, it will likely be a dedicated Mac and smart home event. But the price is the terrifying part. Right now, the 128GB model with Ethernet sits at $249. If they slap the Ultra name on this new version, add an A17 Pro, Wi-Fi 7, and a completely new remote, there is no way they keep the price the same. I could easily see them pushing a $299 price tag. And that creates a massive buying dilemma. If you just want to watch YouTube and Netflix, go buy a cheap streaming stick. But if you want a device that acts as a secure, local processing brain for your entire house, plays high-end games and never lags, $299 might actually be completely justified for deep ecosystem users. At the end of the day, you have a serious choice to make. If you were planning to upgrade your living room setup today, wait. Just hold off. The hardware is finished. The software is catching up. The leaks are aligning perfectly. I would absolutely hold out for the fall 2026 window to see exactly what Cupertino unveils. I have my credit card ready for day one, mostly because I need to test those thermal limits myself. If you found this breakdown helpful, hit that subscribe button. The second Mark Gurman drops another update or Apple officially sends out those event invites, I will be right here breaking down every single detail. Drop your thoughts on the price in the comments, and I will catch you in the next one.